Hello, my name's Ruth. I'm a mindfulness teacher and a mum to my baby Rowan, who was born 8 weeks ago. I'm recording these videos partly to document my own postnatal experience and practice, but also to share some of the practices that I've been doing in case they're helpful for other people. So if you do find them helpful, please share and let me know what you think. If there are particular topics you'd like me to cover, then also let me know, and I will cover them if I've done a practice on that particular area. So you'll notice today that Rowan isn't here with me. He is actually about 2 feet away from me, but he's sleeping, so I'm not going to disturb him for this practice. He had his 8-week vaccinations this morning, and it was something I felt quite nervous about. So I did a practice before and during the vaccinations, which I found quite helpful, so I thought I'd share that now. So it's going to be quite a brief one. But for those who haven't seen any of the other videos, just a reminder of what mindfulness is. So mindfulness describes the practice of paying attention deliberately to the present without judgment. All of those elements are very important to mindfulness practice, and I've been really exploring that over the last few weeks with my baby, and in particular I've been exploring the non-judgment part, as I think that can be very helpful in the postnatal period. So I'm just going to guide the practice now that I did in the surgery when my baby was having his vaccinations, and the nurse said to me before he had the injection that vaccinations were something she thought the parents found as distressing, or sometimes more distressing, than the child. And I can relate to that because it does feel very emotional when your baby is being vaccinated. They get upset. That can be upsetting to you. So I did a short practice which really helped to calm me down and ground me, and I think that in turn helped me look after Rowan. So as with all the practices that I guide on these videos, please see my guidance very much as guidance. Don't feel as though you have to follow it if you don't want to. Please just do whatever you feel comfortable with. And also it's really important that you keep your baby with you if you'd like to. You can have your baby on you while you do the practice or by your side. And if you need to pause the practice to give your baby your attention, that's perfectly fine as well. So what I did this morning was I intentionally wore flat shoes, which sounds a little bit ridiculous, but I really wanted to be able to feel and sense my feet on the floor. And then I'll guide the practice that I did before and during the vaccinations. So just taking your seat and just placing both feet flat on the floor and really feeling that connection with the ground solid beneath you. And if it feels okay, closing your eyes, or if not, just adopting a soft gaze on the floor in front of you. And connecting again with those feet on the floor. And then bringing awareness to your breath. So just noticing the in-breath and the out-breath. And not thinking about the breath or trying to make the breath behave in a particular way. Just letting the breath breathe itself. Noticing this in-breath and this out-breath. And then maybe expanding that awareness to the whole of your body sitting here and noticing any areas of tension. It may be tightness in the shoulders. We can sometimes hunch those up if we're feeling stressed. Are there any areas that are holding on to attention right now? If there are, seeing if you can breathe a sense of kindness into those areas. Not worrying too much about trying to change or fix anything, but just acknowledging what's here for you right now. And then bringing attention back to both feet on the floor. really connecting with the ground. And ending the practice in your own time. So that's the practice that I did this morning before Rowan had his vaccinations, and I also really tried to do it between each vaccination because he got quite upset after each one. There were 3 jabs this morning, so in between each one, placing both feet flat on the floor, bringing attention to the breath and to the body, and just acknowledging what's going on for you right now as well as what's going on for your baby. So I hope that's helpful, and remembering as well the non-judgment part. So this sort of experience is challenging at the best of times. It can be even more challenging when you add sleep deprivation on top. So if you do get upset, just remembering that that's perfectly normal and that it's understandable for you to get upset if your baby's upset. So not adding an extra layer of judgment onto something that's already potentially quite challenging. So take care, and I will see you soon.